All right. Okay. Okay. Welcome everybody. Hopefully everyone can hear me clearly. Um, I have a lot to say today. Hopefully I can make it short. I don't want to bore anybody. I don't want to make this video too long. Um, I'm streaming it because I want people to be able to say what they want to say. If they have any input, you have a chance to add your input. That's why I live streamed it. Um, there's been some things happening in YTBC, and I just want to say that I came from playing video games. You know what I mean? And I'm part of a video game community, and I love boxing, I love MMA, UFC, so I said, all right, since I know a lot about it and I've been watching it basically my whole life, I'm gonna try talking about it and see who's interested in it, and I did that. But I started doing that with the boxing first because the YTBC community was such a community that was so acceptable. It embraced its members. It embraced its followers. Um, and I seen that there was people my age, there was grown men and women doing videos and stating their opinions and giving each other shout outs, um, going to each other's YouTubes and watching their videos and giving their opinion on the other person's videos. And if any dispute occurred, it was one video and that was it. This is what I recall when I started doing my videos. Is the reason why I took a chance and started to make videos also. There wasn't so negativity. The N word wasn't used as much as it's used now. The N word is being used a lot now because there's a lot of beef going on. And I just want to say that since this beef started, which is a couple months ago, right? This is when it first started. When it first ticked off. Me not being a huge YTBC YouTuber, right? Um, I was receiving a certain amount of views. Okay, before all this started, right? And right before it started, probably like a month before it started, my views were up, and they were up like very up. They were up. There you can see that. Okay, whoa, word, and you could see guys coming to the YouTube and hitting and making comments and stuff like that. And I thought it was odd after the beef started. I could see that we almost all of us missed the Amir Imam fight, right? When before that we were all talking about it, Amir Imam, and but even after that, even before the Amir Imam fight is when the fight started. But I'm just saying, like, this is an example of what happens when you guys are fighting, is that we missed out on fights, and instead of debating about the fighters and the divisions and the titles, the promoters, the refs, the trainers were too busy fighting each other. And I could see the big change in my YouTube when it came to boxing videos. Okay, it wasn't just little, brother. It was huge. You know, like you can go look at it. Back when Victor Postol was fighting Lucas Matisse, and back when Adrian Broner was fighting Deontay Wilder fought Johan Jahapis, right? I got a certain amount of views. The beef was still going on in the YouTube community, but at the same time, it wasn't as big as it is now. Now you could tell it's a big deal because nobody's going to each other's YouTube showing each other love or showing each other hate, which is not necessary. We don't need to be showing each other hate. Boxing is at a state where we need to be promoting each other and showing each other love. Okay, if you love the sport of boxing, okay, if you absolutely love the sport of boxing as much as I do and as much as I know you all do, okay, you'll stop the beefing. You know, it's the YTBC community. It's in shambles. It's like a video game community now. People are saying the N word to each other, disrespecting each other, fighting each other. No one's promoting each other anymore. When I first came into the YTBC, the reason why I came to the YTBC is because that people were promoting each other. They were promoting each other's channels. They weren't. Even me, I got my channel shouted out on a couple different YouTubes, right? They were promoting each other, not fighting each other. And I gotta be honest, in boxing, the only fighting that we need to be doing is inside the ring. Now, I would like for the N word to be used a lot less in the YTBC because no matter what color you are in the YTBC, right? No matter what race, no matter what nationality you are, this is a professional thing. Now some people think like YTBC, we're just making videos. No, no, no. It's very professional because people who are not boxing fans come to us to see what's so interesting about boxing. And like Ego said, we have to be professional at these things. You know what I'm saying? And the fighting and the N word and the disputes is not for boxing, my friend. If it's not boxing related, it doesn't belong in boxing. You know, Mr. Boxing today said that, he'll go to people's YouTubes, whether he likes the video or not, he'll give it a like. He'll say good job, That's what I think you guys should be doing, because the sport of boxing does not need us to be arguing with each other. The other sports look at it and laugh at us. The other people who do other sports, they laugh at us because they're saying, look at these guys fighting each other. You know, we need to be promoting each other's channels and be promoting boxing the right way. Okay? I'm not earning anything, and none of you guys, you all know, right? Maybe a couple views, but you're not really earning anything out of this and the next guy, because all you're doing is either making subs leave your YouTube, or you may be gaining subs too. Don't get me wrong, some people gain subs off these videos. At the same time, you're destroying another part of the YTBC. You don't realize it. You're hurting your own brother. You're hurting your own sister, because we're all part of this community. You know, um, there was a video of a guy pulling out a strap, and I understand that, you know, when you get upset, you do these things, you know, that you can't take back, and I understand and I respect you, my friend, for what you did. At the same time, whether I understand or I respect you, and I will always understand you, and I will always respect you for what you did. However, it was wrong. It was still wrong. No matter how right it was wrong first. You understand what I'm saying? Um, it's not necessary for anybody to pull out any any high capacity weapon, any any firearm, any machete, any sword, any weapon besides what we all talk about, the boxing gloves. I like I said, I respect you for that, but I would have respected you more if you brought out a whole new set of boxing equipment and told the person, meet me at this gym. And you recorded every day, you live streamed every day that you were at that gym waiting for that person training and boxing. I would have respected that. Let me tell you something. I would have advertised your YouTube, all right, on my YouTube if you had done that. Because that's pertaining to boxing. That's boxing, my friend. But you people who are fighting each other, who are not promoting each other, who want to argue with each other, it's wrong. Okay? It's wrong. Because a guy like me, who's coming from a community that all they did was promote hate, came to this community for sanctuary, right? And when I came to this community, I didn't expect, and nobody's fighting with me. Don't get me wrong. Nobody's fighting with me. Nobody has a problem with me. I don't have a problem with anybody, right? But it's affecting our community, you know? It's affecting me and my views on my YouTube, because guys don't come to my channel no more like they used to. Boxing, these guys are too busy fighting with each other instead of promoting each other, you know? And I can see it everybody's YouTube, and not just the people's names I put in the title. These are just the names I can fit in the title. As you can see below in the description, there's a lot of people's names that I would like to have fit in there that have YouTubes, and I want them to know that, please promote good things in the community. Please promote boxing the way it's supposed to be promoted, and also let's stop disputing with each other if it's not boxing related, and if it's boxing related, do it in a professional, educational manner. You know, it's not necessary for us to be pulling out weapons in videos. It's not necessary for us to be racist towards each other, or towards each other's races, or towards our own race. It's not necessary to do that. It's not necessary to be that vulgar in some of the videos. Um, there, there's another message that I heard that I thought was very unfair, that somebody said about a gentleman that I know. And I thought that was very unfair that someone would state that you shouldn't go to other people's channels. I watch a lot of people, and I go to a lot of people's channels. And I don't think it's cool for anybody to say, oh, you shouldn't go to that guy's channel. You shouldn't go to, unless the guy has something wrong that he really, really did. You know what I'm saying? Something like really against the law or something like that. But when it comes to this boxing thing, the way the sport is right now, the way the this year has been for boxing, it hasn't been as great as you guys may assume it has been. You know, there's no room in the YTBC for us to be fighting each other because of the state of boxing today. There's no room for that. There's no room for that. You smaller channels need to be promoting the bigger channels. Your bigger channels need to be promoting the smaller channels. Okay. Um, I remember when Paulie Malignaggi fought Danny Garcia. That was the time they were fighting too. Actually, around that time, right? You barely seen anything about that fight, right? Tarver and SS. Okay, you didn't see nothing about that. You know, you didn't see nothing about those fights really. Since this beef has happened, you see certain videos, you see coverage of certain things, certain fights, but not like it used to be. Okay, because there's no way before the YTBC would let any boxing fight and they wouldn't, cover it. You guys would cover everything. And now I can see the difference, man, in my videos. I can see the difference, man. I can see it. Okay? Boxing was getting more views on my YouTube before the whole beef started between all these channels. And the more I investigate this thing, I realize that it is many channels that are beefing with each other over words. Then it gets to the point that they're bringing out weapons. I just want to say to you all, is that what boxing is about? Is that why we make these videos? To make our subscribers feel threatening that we may pull out a firearm on them if they write the wrong comment? Is that what the community that I came into? Because I feel like crime. Because I hope that's not the community that I came into. Because I hope not. Because I don't believe that's the community I came into where I am in danger of my life if I make a comment. Because I'm afraid to comment on people's YouTubes that I like now. Do you guys know that? I'll say nice video. I'll say nice. Like I can't even. I'm afraid to comment. Because I'm like, this is why these guys are not watching my videos now, because I don't want to comment on somebody, because I'm commenting on somebody's YouTube? Or is it because I know this guy? Or because I think that guy is cool? I think that guy is cool. Let me tell you something. I think all you guys are great. Alright? I think all your channels are great. You know why? Excuse me, I believe all your channels were great. You know why? Because we all were out for one thing. Promoting boxing. Promoting boxing. Whether it was negative or positive, you could tell that some negative things that they said about certain boxers, those boxers were actually good. Some people don't like Floyd, he's actually, he's undefeated. Some people like Gennady, he's undefeated. Some people like Keith Thurman, he's undefeated. Some people don't like Tyson Fury, he's undefeated. Some people like Anthony Joshua, he's undefeated. Some people like Deontay Wilder, he's undefeated. But you know what? We were promoting boxing, whether we're speaking negative or not. Now, us speaking negative about each other's channel, what are we promoting? Hate? Racism? Is that what we're promoting? Hate? That's not boxing. We're not promoting boxing if you're promoting hate. All right? You're not promoting boxing if you're promoting hate. All right? Because that's what we're doing now. If I was an NBA channel and I came to to the channels these past 2 months and we said, hey, let me go take a look at some boxing videos. Let me see what's up with that. Let me tell you something. If I was thinking about doing boxing, I wouldn't. If I'm a UFC channel, because you guys know I'm a UFC channel, but the reason why I started doing more UFC videos is because of what? It's because of what? Because the YTBC want to try to kill each other over words, over opinions. Instead of promoting each other, they want to promote hate. Somebody like me is very shocked today that I even have to make a video like this about the YTBC, a community that I consider my sanctuary from these punk kids in these video games. Okay? Where I can talk about things my age, where I can talk about fighting the boxers that I love, and that I've seen throughout the years of my life and my existence, where I can dispute and lay my opinion, okay, about the fighters today and receive an educated, respectful response as I'm used to. And sometimes you get the negative responses, and I don't mind about the negative responses. You know why? Because it's still pertaining to boxing, okay? What I'm watching nowadays is not freaking boxing. I don't want to see it on you guys' channels. I don't even care who started it. You know why? Because boxing is not in a state for top channels and lower channels to be fighting with each other. That has nothing to do with boxing. And if you're disputing about boxing, you can dispute in an educational, respectful manner. Because we're not the only people watching each other's videos, as you all can see. I respect all you guys. I enjoy all your material. However, the material I've seen these past few months about beef and fighting and threats is absolutely absurd and unacceptable in my eyes and in many viewers' eyes. So this is my plea to the YTBC. Stop all the beef. You're hurting the sport more than you can imagine. The tears that come down my cheek, the way I speak so passionate about boxing. You are destroying the sport. You are destroying it more than anything that you guys, any fighter that you guys can think, any boxing commission, you are destroying it more than you can imagine by having problems with each other and demoting each other and not promoting each other. Talking down, degrading each other instead of uplifting each other. This is what the YTBC needs to be successful in 2016. Is that 2015 beef and past beef, besides 2015, beef that's past 2015, that all you channels have with each other, it needs to go and stay in 2015 and whatever year it happened. Because in 2016, it needs to be about boxing. You know how they said AB Adrian Broner was about billions, about bullshit. Now he's about boxing. Well, the YTBC needs to take the AB thing and be about boxing. Because what you guys are doing is not about boxing. It's not promoting boxing. It's all promoting hate. So this is my plea to the community. Before my beautiful sport is destroyed, before the beautifulness in boxing, the sweet science, all that, before that's gone, because some channels can agree to promote each other, because some channels can agree that this is not helping the community. Well, hey, I know I'm just a new guy. I know some of you guys say, yeah, we don't have to respect that guy. You know what? You don't have to respect me, but respect the sport of boxing. Until next time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's Melevant with boxing from across the world. Until next time, thank you for watching.